Oh, I see. I see.
Good night. Welcome to Videos Creators Lounge. I am Jen Ruiz, your host, and I'm here tonight with Conor. Welcome, Conor.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Can I have some applause, please? Yay! Welcome. How are you tonight?
I'm awesome. Thank you so much for having me, everybody at Video Creators Lounge, everybody behind the cameras there, and then my friends back there in the audience. Just, yeah, thank you so much for being here and putting this on.
Thank you for being here tonight.
Yeah, of course.
Well, Conor is a musician, songwriter, singer, and he will be performing later tonight. Now we just want to get to know Conor a little bit more, get to know his music, his history, story, and yeah, get to know why Conor makes music, right? So yeah, Conor, let's start with the basics.
Let's do it.
How long have you been into the music industry?
Yeah, I mean, I wrote my first song at the tender age of 30, I think, about 2 years ago. I hopped into it after chasing money and all the kind of bullshit that comes with that, and getting my heart broke pretty bad, and decided if I'm going to be dead in 50 years anyway, I might as well have some fun on the way out. So, yeah.
Wow, that's a very interesting way to put it. So you've been into music just for 2 years?
No, I mean, I was like the guy at the party who played Wonderwall, but I wasn't, though, seriously. I always like played guitar, but I'd never written a song, or I think like taken it seriously as an art form until about beginning of last year, 2019. Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah.
So before that, how long have you been like playing instruments?
I mean, I think I got a guitar from my Uncle Andy when I was like 16, and I think, does Smoke on the Water count? I don't think Smoke on the Water counts, but yeah, I mean, I think it's just like each successive heartbreak, the depth of it was proportionate to how much I played guitar, and yeah, I finally just started writing my music a couple years ago.
You know, I've heard that a lot, like heartbreaks. It's just like what pushes you to write music. And I'm like, like who doesn't write a song after a heartbreak? Like it could be a terrible song, but I feel like most likely everyone has written a song after a heartbreak. That's very interesting.
I'm just a bad country song. Hopefully I don't play bad country songs, but my life might be.
Oh my, don't say that. Okay. So tonight you how many songs you will be performing?
I think I got like 5 originals for us tonight, maybe a cover or 2. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Can you talk to us a little bit about what lead you to write these songs? I know that you already mentioned heartbreak, but can you talk maybe about like pick like your 2 favorite songs that you're going to perform tonight, and maybe can you talk a little bit about the creative process of these songs?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one of the favorite songs I'm going to play tonight isn't mine. It's by an artist named John Prine, who actually died earlier this year as part of this COVID mess. And
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was. He was like a best friend I never knew. But I mean, I grew up on him. I grew up in rural Missouri. The Ozarks is like some show on Netflix now. It's actually filmed in Georgia. It's fake. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, I grew up listening to him on fishing trips, and his songwriting is really grounding and really raw and just really honest. And yeah, I mean, he's a treasure, and I'm just very happy to be able to play him tonight.
Would you say that he is like one of your inspiration for you to create music?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that sort of any input is a inspiration to create music. Hopefully they're good inputs and that makes good music. But yeah, I mean, I think that I started hearing John Prine early and often. So yeah, I would say he's a pretty formative part of my musical experience.
Do you want to talk about maybe who else inspires you to create music, or like any other artists that you've been following since you've been young? And yeah,
for sure. I mean, I would say more recently, like I spent a couple years in better part of a couple years in Charleston, West Virginia, and the music that comes out of Eastern Kentucky and West Virginia very much speaks to me. My dad's from Ohio, and every man in his family till him. I mean, mine Cole and his granddad told him like, there's 3 lines. There's the line to the coal mine, there's the bread line, and there's the line out of town, and you better be in the line out of town. So he got the hell out of there, but there's definitely a resonance in that place that I feel when I listen to the music there, and a lot of the music there currently is like Sturgill Simpson. He grew up in Woodford County, so Lexington, so not exactly Eastern, but then Tyler Childers, whose album Sturgill produced, Purgatory, a couple years back, is one of my favorite artists. And then some local treasures like Sierra Farrell. She just came out with a song, I think it's called Jeremiah. Why'd You Do It? Yeah, I absolutely love those artists. I mean, they're treasures, and I think they're finally starting to get the recognition they deserve. Yeah.
Amazing. Going back to the previous questions about the song that your original songs that you will be performing.
Yeah.
Can you like run us through the creative process of that? Like what got you, like what motivated you to write the songs, and why did you choose to perform them tonight?
Yeah. I mean, the easy answer and probably the right answer is just a whole lot of heartbreak. I mean, it's you get all these this sort of terrible feeling, and it's just a empty hole in your chest at the same time as being just something that's going to blow up if you don't let it out. So that's what inspired a couple of the songs tonight, and then beyond that is sort of the process of self-discovery, and just trying to figure out how to be sane when you're crazy. And it's just finding yourself out a little bit more, song by song.
And do you also produce your music?
So something I'm actually working on is putting out some professionally recorded tracks. I think I'm gonna release an EP into this year. It's called Stranger Hearts.
Amazing, awesome. Well, congrats.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hope we have you back once you release that EP.
Yeah. I'm excited about that. I just I think like many a creative, I'm just I just hear the sound and I'm like it's not quite there, but I think I'm about there.
Yeah, I feel like also like we are very critical on on us. Like other people can tell you, hey, like it's amazing, it's perfect, and you're like, yeah, but we can still work on it. And maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong, but we feel like we are specifically we're very hard on ourselves, and I can talk about my own experience that I'm very, very, very hard on myself, so I can relate a lot on that.
You gotta be if you want to put out like what makes you happy.
Yeah, great quality, exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing. So I know that you mentioned that this EP is coming out soon. Can you give us a little bit of maybe insight of what we will be like hearing?
Yeah, sure. I mean, tonight I'm going to play you a bunch of original songs, a lot dealing with heartbreak, a little bit dealing with self-discovery. And yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoy them. I think the point of the EP is just sort of how we define ourselves and what our identity is, like when we come into contact with other people, but specifically in a very like deep, profound sense, and how we can become going from strangers to them to strangers to ourselves even, and kind of rediscovering our hearts.
Wow, that sounds very deep and beautiful in the same way.
Well, thank you.
Oh, amazing. Okay, switching this up a little bit. I want you to talk about like what have been your experience within this pandemic, right? Like, has this pandemic maybe has been a window for you to create, or just tell us a little about that.
Well, I mean, it killed John Prine, so I'm pretty pissed at it.
Yeah, that's sad.
But no, I mean, I think last show I played out was probably like February, March, something like that. But
last time that you
played a show out,
that you people, played?
Oh, no, well, not at all. But I mean, just
with people and
with people like feeling this energy. I mean, just being in this room with everybody here, it's so nice to have that feeling of community or connection. I mean, music aside, just being around other human beings. But yeah, I think that as an artist, it's especially as an introverted artist, which I think a lot of us are, alone time is very crucial for sort of teasing out these thoughts and developing it just outside of anybody else's vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So is there anything that you wanted to shout out tonight? Maybe you want to go ahead and shout out your platform so everyone watching this video can follow you.
Yeah.
I know that you mentioned that you have your EP, but any other upcoming projects that you're working that you want, people to know about?
Yeah. So I mean, my platforms, I'm kind of bad at social media, just sort of by intent, just for my mental health. But if you want to follow me on social media, my Instagram I check is Conor Proffitt. It's CONORPROPHET. And then I just working on the EP right now, and then trying to find situations like this, like opportunities. I'm just so grateful for this, where I can come and be in a space and have people hear me, and then hopefully some people get to watch it now or later on the internet.
Yeah. So if anyone is interested in listening to your music, where they can find it?
Yep. So I'm gonna record the old EP, and then plan on putting it up on Spotify or wherever the best music is sold these days.
Awesome. Great. Okay. Well, that's most about it for this little interview tonight. Can you please go ahead and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter? Facebook and Instagram is Videos Creators Lounge, and Twitter, Videos Creators MA. Woo! And stay tuned for tonight's performance.
Conor